George, the discovery of penicillin was, I suppose, one of the turning points in medicine. And all of a sudden, we had bacterial infections that people did used to die of that could now be treated. And it was classed as a silver bullet. It's not that long ago, it was only in the 1940s. But I think there's a tendency these days for people to sort of think, well, that was a good tablet, all tablets must somehow be a silver bullet.
Yeah, well, I always wondered where the silver bullet came from because it's definitely there. We're always chasing the magic pill, the easy solution just to fix a problem. But our body is a lot more intricate. The chemistry is so interconnected that to always think that there's one thing that's causing a problem, we're chasing that all the time.
And this is where, and we see this sometimes in medicine, that something works in one particular circumstance. So certainly with bacterial infections, yes, an antibiotic will treat that. If it's a virus, then it's not going to do anything for it, but a bacteria will. And acute infections like that, whether it's pneumonia, whether it's a skin infection or a urine infection, they will respond, you'll have it, it'll be treated, it'll go. What we have now is a change in disease pattern. So 75% of the illness and disease burden in Western societies are related to lifestyle issues. So we're talking about type 2, not type 1, type 2 diabetes, we're talking about heart disease, strokes, high blood pressure, a number of different forms of cancer. A lot of these have multiple factors, but there are a significant number of lifestyle type issues. And they're not acute conditions. It's not like it's better or worse in 1 week. But yet we tend to apply this same rationale as we've applied to acute conditions to these chronic ongoing conditions. So while 75% of the causation seems to be lifestyle related factors, we tend to want to look to 90% of the solution as being medications.
So really it's a broad spectrum of reasons that are conducive to solutions to prevent our problems, but we're always waiting until we've done the damage. And then we're thinking the way health is about fixing damage rather than preventing, living a life that doesn't create the damage.
And even if, I don't know whether damage is the right word or not, but it's probably a good way of thinking about it. If there are problems, that doesn't necessarily mean that making change, it's too late to make some changes. I mean, I'm literally aware of a case, it's the person who came to me for a second opinion, about, again, some dietary-related matters. Long story short, significant change in blood sugar markers and significant change in blood lipids, which your cholesterol and its derivatives, through dietary change. Major dietary change, it was quite a turnaround. There was a significant reduction in the intake of carbohydrates. But within a matter of some months, quite a degree of, in fact, significant change in blood markers. So even then, it doesn't mean that you have to look to the tablets.
Joe, I also think that if we're chasing silver bullets, it means the solution is outside of us, and we just want to be shot by someone in an obviously good way. And if that's the case, and then we get shot, doesn't work, we look for something else, then we're always chasing the solution outside of what we can do to be different. I think that's a real problem.
That's a key point. And the system as it's configured has been telling people that you have to go and see something, go and see your doctor, go and see your naturopath, go and see somebody or another, rather than maybe the solution may reside with you. Now, it can be helpful to see people and get opinions and get input and advice and guidance, but ultimately it's more about what you as the individual do yourself more than what the practitioner might do. Now, again, if you've got a broken leg or you've been shot, then there's probably somebody's going to have to fix it for you. Let's be straight up. But if we're talking about these issues that don't have trauma or infection or acute problems behind them, that these are these more chronic lifestyle-related conditions, then there may be a need or a role for some medications, but that should not be the first thing. And certainly looking more to what can I do, maybe with some input and advice, what can I do rather than what can the system or the doctors or the somebody do, probably needs to be a change in how we think about these things.
So therefore our focus should never be silver bullets, even though sometimes a silver bullet appears and does its work. It never should be what we're expecting to be the answer.
Absolutely.
We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like Healthy Minded, please subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, and share with your friends. Please put comments below whether you agree, disagree, if you've got topics you'd like for the future. And until next time, stay healthy minded.